Yeah. Okay, I got to pick.
How are you doing today?
Um, I'm doing a whole lot better. Let me turn this down. Um, I'm doing a whole lot better because I found out yesterday that you discontinued
Discharge order.
the discharge, and that was just like a load lifted off. But how long is that for?
I don't know is the short answer. In a perfect situation, this is far from perfect situation, but in terms of what could have occurred yesterday, ideally, would have been it would have been like a weekday social worker with the facilities all open, and I could have asked them.
Called the yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So here we're stuck on the weekend, and because the insurance company now says, well, there's no more medical reason for her to be here. I can't guarantee you that they're going to cover the remainder of the hospitalization, but I
Mhm.
still, want to offer you the opportunity to have the social workers do something for you tomorrow in terms of pursuing a long-term nursing facility
Right,
or
right.
a
And I'm going to call the insurance
okay, sounds
because
good.
I've already called Kipro, and so
Keep her okay.
yeah, basically they've notated my account, and they said there's something that they send you guys or whatever,
Okay.
you know.
I'm sure there is maybe like through a different department like utilization review that would
Right,
receive it.
right. Is there because I know the insurance company might ask me for it. Is there any way that I can get like a printout where the discharge was discontinued?
I will. I have not co-signed yesterday's progress note from Dr. Shaw, but when I do that, I'll put in there that the note that the order was discontinued for the
Can
time
I get a
being.
copy of that?
I think that'd be reasonable. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And by the way, my husband said when he sees you, you're gonna have to fight him off, you, because he's gonna be hugging
Your husband said
you.
that.
Yes, he did.
I'm still, I'm still apprehensive about
I am too. I'm very apprehensive because I know what I dealt with. You didn't see what I dealt with in here. So, I'm not all happy, and I'm just, some pressure is taken off
yeah,
because, I know this gives me until tomorrow.
right.
And then all these places will be open. And I got one more,
Right.
just to let you,
Let me write it
you
down.
know, I don't have their direct number to the rehab, so maybe I can give it to you tomorrow.
That sounds good.
Okay.
That
So
sounds
what?
perfect.
Because I'll call first thing in the morning and get the direct number to the rehab, but I know they have a inpatient rehab acute. So
Yeah. So yeah, you're doing all this
and
footwork.
yeah, so you see I'm doing my due diligence.
Yeah.
So I'm just like I know I need to go somewhere, and I know I take my health in my own hands, and so I mean these are the moves to make.
Right. Yeah. There you
So
go. And you're not just talking the talk, but you're walking the walk by doing that stuff.
exactly. So
So I'm apprehensive still just because, once the hospital makes a decision like that, then it's very hard to go back on it. Um, so I am anticipating I'm going to continue to get a lot of pressure tomorrow, probably
mhm
from people I've never spoken to before,
mhm
who are higher than the higher ups I normally talk to,
mhm
which I'm not looking forward to. But as long as I get a social worker to do something for you specifically for those places,
mhm
and at least send your information out there and see what they say, then I'll know that we've at least honored your effort.
exactly. And at least try to see these places are open, and because I know for a fact they have inpatient rehabilitation, so I mean it's my
Right.
only chance
Yeah.
because I need
You
rehabilitation. I
do.
mean,
You do, for sure.
yeah.
And wound care. And one thing I can do tomorrow too is call over to Emory Rehab, and they had talked about the last note I saw from them, or somebody else had put in our system on their behalf, was saying they do have private rooms, but they cannot guarantee one. So
Mhm.
maybe if I call over there, I could have them notify me if a private room does become available, or when they think a private room could be available.
Now that would be that. Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah, and I just can't do it.
Dr. Smith could have said that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I agree.
That's an option, and I would be willing to go to that. They've accepted me, If they have a private room, yeah, I'll go to a
Exactly.
private room.
And that's when I pivoted my opinion yesterday, was when I said the word consistent. When I realized, like, that is the one issue that you have. And I
Exactly.
could put
I
myself
I
in your
have to
shoes. And,
be safe
yeah,
for myself.
you've walked your path where, multiple sclerosis, chronic medical
Exactly.
conditions, physical impairments to the point where you're bedbound now. So you
Exactly.
probably view yourself as being vulnerable.
Exactly.
So,
And that's why I was trying to explain to him. I would be scared to go into environment like that where I would be susceptible to a lot of people. I mean, directly.
yeah,
You right direct in the room with somebody, and then they have guests coming in and all kind of stuff. I mean, you can't guarantee.
right. Nobody can. I agree with you.
No.
Um, Not to make an excuse, but just to paint the picture a little more, just to not to excuse anybody's behavior or actions, but just the background that we're living in now is just AMC Wellstar closed, which is a level 1 trauma center. Hundreds of hospitals they closed, so we've been overloaded since then for 6 months. So I think what's going on is from the top down. They're trying to get the length of stay improved, because some patients do stay here for weeks, months, even longer than a year sometimes, and it's very.
I'm not trying to stay here that long.
Of course,
Oh
of
my
course.
lord.
I'm not saying that. But I think because of those situations, the administration is trying to change to a model where once a facility has been identified, accepted, insurance approved, that's it. The social workers are then supposed to stop. Right. But then what if the patient's 80 years old, demented, can't speak for themselves, and then has a family member has to go to this place to check out, make sure they're decent, and
Exactly.
goes to one and it's filthy. The reviews online are 1 out of 5 stars.
Right.
So then, for your situation, I want a private room. I only
Right.
feel safe in a private room, and you've been
Yeah,
consistent with that.
and it's just a way to remain healthy. So
So with all that being said, I think you and I are definitely on the same page.
okay,
Still concerned about what's going to take place tomorrow, and the
okay.
powers that be.
Yeah, I'm prepared, and I got everybody on speed dial. I'm gonna be calling my insurance company,
Yeah.
letting them know what's going on. I got Keeper on the other hand, letting them know what's going on. So that's all I can do.
Okay. On my end, Dr. Shaw will make her rounds when she typically does, 8
Mhm.
o'clock, 9 o'clock. If you want to give that information to her then, that'd be helpful.
Okay.
And then I'll be in touch in the morning with Simon, with Simon's supervisor probably. Yeah.
You might want to get another,
I know.
somebody else, another social worker involved.
Simon's typically good, but I think what happened is he's very on board with the plan of once a person has a facility identified, that's it. More so than other social workers. Because the way it's been, as long as I've been here, is okay, if it's a reasonable request, we'll honor it and we'll look for a second
Right,
facility.
and then I can understand if you're sitting there looking this up. You're not even doing the work. I'm giving you. I'm laying it in your hand.
Right, and I want to honor,
Literally.
and I want to honor that effort.
Exactly.
Okay. Alright. And then just going to the medical stuff, since you're still here, you had convinced me the other day successfully that the hemoglobin, yes, it's low, it's been low, but you're not bleeding, so you don't need to worry about it. Do you feel like you have a low blood count at all? Do you have any symptoms?
I actually feel stronger. I actually feel like it's going up.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Because we haven't drawn blood.
Exactly. Haven't been taking blood. And the wound care, even though they've been doing my wound, it has not been bleeding.
Good.
So I know I have not been losing blood. So that's a good thing.
And can you tell me about your fast heart rate? Has that been an issue for you recently or for a long time?
Recently. Yeah. I have more fast heart rate when I have stressful situations that I'm dealing with.
I see.
So
Oh, yeah.
I've been dealing with a lot. And then I was dealing with infection. I was dealing with, so I mean, I had fever for 2-3 weeks I was here. So, I've had a heart rate, and I told them, if I was under regular circumstances, conditions, I'd be fine.
Okay. And now it's just the stress of not knowing what comes next.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just, yeah.
Any chest pain, chest discomfort.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Shortness of breath.
No,
Okay.
I would definitely tell you if that
Yeah.
happens
Yeah.
because I don't want that to happen.
For sure. And I would tell you the first thing that I would talk to you about would then be transfusion if you were short of breath, having chest pain.
Right? No.
Of course, we check for other things too, like blood clots, which you're at risk for being in the bed. But,
I
and
I
having
already
one.
have one. Yeah, exactly.
Of course. Okay. All right. I interrupted your meal.
You
Sorry.
fine.
Okay. That's all I wanted to talk about for now.
Okay.
I'll swing by and talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too.
I'll close your door.
Yes.